All right, we are officially starting our group chat, and today we're going to do a special group chat about stuff that I haven't really taught on a group chat so far, or even in the course extensively, and that's going to be ad copy. How to write amazing ads that get your phone ringing off the hook, okay? Ads that grab attention, ads that draw quality deals, ads that make you money. Who wants to learn about that? Give me a yes. Okay, I'm not just talking about ads, because you can have 50 ads on Craigslist, but if the ads are no good, they're not eye-catching, or you've had them up for 6 months and never change an ad, you're probably not getting a lot of calls right now. And same thing with your Facebook group posts. If you've been posting the same Facebook group posts for the last 3 months, it becomes part of the landscape and has got what's called ad fatigue, which means nobody sees it. It becomes invisible because you're just passing by, okay? So let's say, for example, guys, we want to create ads that would be like, who here has been to Times Square in New York? Anybody? I've been to Times Square about 50 times. So I can relate. Or let's say a big city. Let's say like LA or Times Square or somewhere there's a busy crowd of people, right? And let's say in a big city such as Boston or New York City or LA, you see a homeless person on the side of the sidewalk, right? You see a sleeping bag. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that. Who really stops and looks at that homeless person? How many people stop and go, there's a homeless guy there? Anybody? Or do people just kind of walk right by? Most people don't stop. Few people will. Some people will. But not that many. Very few will actually stop, unfortunately. Okay, why? Because he becomes part of the landscape. When you're in a big city, you kind of expect homeless people, right? So they just become part of the landscape. What if a guy, though, was sitting there in a sparkly, bright red suit? Who would notice that man? It was like a bright, full-blown red suit. Like he had a red hat on, red suit, red shoes, all sparkly bright. Who would notice that walking down the street? We all would, right? Be like, oh, all right, what's up with this guy in the red suit? Maybe he doesn't even have a purpose. Maybe he just wants attention. Well, if he dressed up in a red suit and walked down Times Square, he certainly would get a lot of attention. And now, why would that gentleman get a lot of attention? Does anybody know? Because it's different. It's different. That's all it is. It's not amazing. It's not awesome. It's just different. It's not what people expect. So what we need our ads to be, guys, is not only good, but they have to be a little different than what everybody else is doing. And sometimes different doesn't necessarily mean nice looking, right? Doesn't mean catchy, funny, or gimmicky. Different just means different. Sometimes different can be ugly and it can work amazingly. For example, who here has ever tried out the strategy where you've taken a piece of paper and you just did this? Let me just pin the video on me for a second while I'm talking about this. Who here has done this? Cash for phones, and posted this in a Facebook group with your telephone number. Anybody? Timothy says many. Chris says works amazing. Yeah, for some reason, it's so ugly and real, it just works because it's different than everybody else's ads, right? Who's tried a beautiful, polished ad and it didn't get any results, right? So, you know, it was a weird thing. So I'll show you something. Let me show you my Canva account really quick. Oh, this is not mine. Oh, we have to be logged in for yours, huh? Yeah, I can't show that. You know what? Just send it. I can log in a second. Anyways, so I had, yeah, actually, let me just log into Amy's Facebook really quick, and I'm going to log out of mine, and I'll show you. Right there. Which one? Yeah. This, right? Oh, okay, there we go. I'll log into her Canva because I've got it under there, I think. Yeah. So I was creating some Facebook group posts, and I'm going to show you the difference between how much of a difference it made being effective and not. Oh, it's still signed in under this. I'm not sure what's going on. Sign out. Sorry, guys. With Facebook. Where's that? Log in. Yep. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this. Okay. Did my cash for houses on here? Yeah, there it is. Okay, let me share this screen. Sorry about the wait, guys. All right. So this was an ad right here, cash paid for houses, that we had thrown in a Facebook group post. Now, we were posting this a lot, like 10 times every day. For some reason, I wasn't getting any calls on it for a week. And then what we started doing was I got rid of this, and we just did just a text ad that said, I buy houses, looking to buy houses, not looking to pay retail price, looking for off-market properties. And all of a sudden, I started getting a bunch of calls for houses. Now, I know we're looking for phones here, but I want you guys to experiment with a few different ads. For example, this ad didn't look good because it was too polished and pretty. For some reason, when you're in a certain demographic, like if you're in Facebook groups, you're on Craigslist, these people want to deal with like the local guy. So one thing we're taught in advertising is you have to be able to speak directly to your target market or your customer, right? And you have to think, what type of person goes to a buy-sell trade group in Facebook? What type of person is hanging out on Craigslist? These are the people that they want to, if their car breaks down, they call this local guy who shows up in a beat-up truck and fixes their car right there in the driveway. Okay, these are the type of people. They don't want to go to Midas and pay $200 to fix their car. So they're looking for guys that are just average local businessmen, right? That are going to give them a fair price, and they're going to work with them. So when you make yourself look too polished like the big guys, like, you know, like if you were a mechanic like Midas or something like that, then you're going to turn those people away and they're not going to call. But when you look like the local guy, so for example, we posted this one, $300 to $500 cash for used and cracked smartphones. It was pretty basic, didn't look that polished, and this one got us quite a few responses. We bought a lot of phones from this. Oops! So don't pay attention to those phone numbers. But that one worked pretty good. Okay, these work good too. Like the ugly yellow with the phones and the cash. These work good because they're real. How many people are trying these ads out right now, where they have like cash and a phone and like bright yellow letters? Who's using those? Okay, I'm going to get really in depth with this, guys. I know some of this stuff might seem basic, but I'm going to get more and more advanced as we go. All right, I want to just find out who's doing this. So I see a lot of the pros are people that are doing 10,000 a month and stuff like that. Are who here is not? Let's get more. We have 50 people in this chat right now. So let's get everybody to be honest. Who's not even posting in Facebook groups? Let me know if you're not even posting in Facebook groups right now. Jamar says me, and they're working. The yellow ads, good job. Kevin says me. Kirk says not posting. Come on, guys, be honest. I know there's more people that aren't posting, because if you were, you'd probably be getting more results. Wee says not posting in Facebook groups. Richard says I'm not doing the cash ads. Kevin says I did, and I got more leads. Started making more polished ones and leads from Facebook groups. Stop. Right. Exactly. Wallace says my ads might be too complicated, honestly. Posting no leads, not yet, not yet. So if you're not getting leads, okay, I want you to really focus on this group chat today, because I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of subtle little things. They're going to be very small things that will make a huge difference. For example, you might think that this little cash paid for houses thing was okay. It turned out that was the difference between me getting no calls and a bunch of calls, and all it was just using text. So let's do this right now. I want everybody to go on their Facebook and go buy, sell, and then type in the name of your town. I'm going to type my state, because my state is like the size of most of your towns. I'm in Rhode Island, it's the smallest state in the country. So I'm just going to do buy, sell, RI. So if you lived in, let's say, LA, do buy, sell, LA, or whatever city you're in. Okay, everybody go on Facebook right now and do this. Okay, let's pick one of these places. Here we go. RI buy, sell, trade. Did you post here today yet in this group?
Which one is that?
RI resale.
See where it says you have 12 items for sale?
Let's see the most recent one. When was this?
A cycle for
June 5th. That was 7 days ago, so we're good. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this group that we belong to. Okay. Steve says I'm in 9 groups and never got anything from them. Well, let's stop that today. Let's try to put something up. Okay. So everybody try to do this ad right here. Let's post this ad. We're gonna make this. This is called the ugly text ad. We're gonna start off with the basics, and then I'm gonna show you how to write the ad copy. All right. I'm just gonna let you copy this one for right now, though. So we're gonna go to start discussion, and And let's just say I am looking to buy used or broken phones for resale. Not looking to pay retail prices. Anybody wrote an ad like this before? I have cash in hand and can come to you. We're making this look ugly as hell, and I'm doing it on purpose because it's different. Remember, we want different, guys. Eric says it works great. Receive more traffic after the first post today. Awesome, good. Okay. Make sure you guys are all doing this with me right now. Just copy this ad. I'm looking to buy used or broken phones for resale. Not looking to pay retail prices. I have cash in hand and can come to you. I will pretty much buy anything I can resell that has, no, wait, anything that still has resale value. Call, give me a call at, put your number. You can put call / text. I don't want text. I just want calls. But if you want text, you can put give me a call / text and then put your number there. And I am happy to give you a call. All right. This is what's called long form copy. Okay. So long form is where we're going to write a big kind of like conversational type of ad. This is more conversational. It's not the typical that you guys are doing, like cash paid for phones. I buy phones on the spot. Call me. It's not a simple one. This is a conversational ad. All right. It's an ugly ad, but it's an effective ad and it works great. Okay. Lewis says, dang, I've been too fancy. I see. Yeah. So this is why, guys, when you do this, because how many other posts have you seen like this? Everybody's copying all the same ads now. Like all the people in the course are using the same ads that I show. People on my YouTube channel have been using them. So everybody's used to seeing those same looking ads. We've got to be a little bit different now. So we're going to post that.
No.
What?
Well, we don't go to them. We're just going to change it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to change. I have cash in hand. It can come to you because we don't come to them. We have a store, so they have to come to us. But I have cash in hand, and buy many items. I'll just put that for me instead. There we go. Okay. All right. Post. That's all you got to do, and boom, there it is. So see, like here's a text that someone else read. Look at this. This got 521 likes in this group, and this is ugly. It doesn't look good, and it's just a conversation. You got to get 521. So let's hope that I get some responses right here on this. Now, this is not a good time of day, by the way, to post ads because it's 8:30 at night. The best time to do this is between 10 o'clock in the morning to around 11 o'clock, your time. That's the one that's best. Timothy says, I had people that talk shit about me in one of my Facebook group ad posts. Welcome to business. I get comments on my Facebook ads, my YouTube channel, and everywhere all day that say I'm a scam. This guy, I've got haters on all different channels. Just the more haters you get, the better you're doing. So don't worry about those people. If it's 12 p.m. and somebody hasn't bitched at you, complained, or you haven't pissed somebody off, then you're probably not doing enough in life. No offense. I'm just that's how it works, right? So the more haters I get, the more I'm like, yeah, things are going well. Okay. So I said, I'm not going to read these comments out loud, but it's pretty funny. All right. Who posted that ad? Who followed directions and went and actually posted that ad? Give me a yes in the Facebook group if you did it, guys. I mean, give me a yes in the chat if you actually posted it. Jamar said he posted it. Good job, Jamar. Tammy said yes. Aman Ellison says yes. Awesome. Chris said he'll do it in a few. Richard said yes. Marcus said yes. Awesome. Excellent, guys. Okay. Now you want to take that and you want to post that in like 5 or 6 groups. Okay. And let's see what happens. Now, you've got to experiment with ads. Some ads are going to work, some don't, okay? But we're going to try it. We're going to always try something different because if we keep doing the same thing we always do, we're going to get what we always got, right? So we're going to always do something different. All right. Let's talk about Craigslist ads now as well. And then I'm going to talk about how to break down the ad, all right? So really quick, how many people here have at least everybody type in the chat what your Craigslist numbers are. Tell me how many Craigslist ads you've got up. Chris says he's got 100 plus. All right, good. Chris is on his way to 10,000 this month. Jamar said 0. Kevin has 4. Daniel says 0. Kirk says 25. Lee says 30. Richard says 25. Lewis says 3. User says 30. Yeb says 21. Eric says 4. Wallace says 30ish. User says 30. Brian says 10. Steve says 15. Tammy says 23. Kevin says 30. Eric says 25. Brian says 14. Timothy says 3. Michelle says 15. Okay, so a couple things, guys. First of all, when I tell you that you want to have 50 ads on Craigslist, one, I mean they got to be good ads, right? So that means they have to be 50 effective ads, not just garbage ads. So I'm going to show you guys the difference between a garbage ad and an effective ad, and I'm going to show you how to always write different effective ads every time for Facebook and for Craigslist. Quick thing I want to talk about. If you don't have at least 50 Craigslist ads up, and you're not posting in Facebook groups 5 to 10 times a day, I'm going to tell you right now, some of you guys are going to be mad at me for saying this, but you have no business posting on Marketplace or the apps. You should not be posting on Marketplace or the apps if you don't have at least 50 Craigslist ads or 5 to 10 Facebook group posts. Those are the low-hanging fruit. So what that means is those are the easiest ways for us to get business, guys, is Craigslist and Facebook groups. See, what Marketplace and apps do, everybody wants to go to the apps, everybody wants Marketplace because it gives you instant gratification. You get a bunch of messages right away. But the problem is very few of those turn into leads unless you're extremely experienced and you're an amazing negotiator, which unfortunately a lot of you guys aren't because you just got started with this, right? So it feeds your ego because you're like, oh, I'm getting all these leads, but then you end up with no deals. Who can relate to this? Has anybody else seen this before? Right? A lot of people don't want to put the 50 Craigslist ads up or the 5 to 10 Facebook groups a day because it's harder. The apps are easy because you can just slap up a picture and throw it up and you get messages. But the thing is, I might get 3 calls from Craigslist or Facebook groups for the day, but I'll sell all those. I'll close every one of those calls because they're good quality calls. So I'm just going to be real with you guys here. You don't have any business posting on apps or Marketplace if you don't have at least 50 Craigslist ads and you're not posting in 5 to 10 groups a day, all right? If you're trying to get around things, you're trying to reinvent the wheel, all right? We don't want to reinvent the wheel, guys. I've already discovered the wheel of phone flipping, and I've had multiple engineers work on it for 5 years. The wheel is perfected. We just gotta use it, right? So, anyways, let's make sure we do that first, and then once you've got the foundation, then you can add to it. Then you deserve to be using the apps in the Marketplace. But until you get the Craigslist ads and the Facebook group posts, you don't want to be in Marketplace and apps. Tammy says yes, get leads, can't close the deal daily. Exactly, right? So you kind of like earn your wings. Once you get the Facebook posts and the Craigslist, then you can be playing around with Marketplace and the apps and then move to that next level. That's why we have what's called next level phone flipping. Aaron is really good at the apps and the Marketplace, but some people just cut corners. They're like, well, I don't want to learn all the basics. I want to just do the advanced stuff. But that's going to hurt you more than help you. You want to get good at the basics first. So let's make sure, first of all, that you guys are going to start posting on Craigslist. How many, if you don't have at least 50 Craigslist ads up, how many should you guys be posting per day on Craigslist? Type it in the chat for me. Brian says 10. No, you don't post 10 ads per day on Craigslist because you'll probably get your account banned if you do that. 2 to 3. 2 to 3 is good every day. I mean, you could probably get away with 5 if you have multiple accounts. And this is not 2 to 3 per account. This is 2 to 3 across all accounts because Craigslist tracks your IP and they do it very well. Okay, so you're going to do 2 to 3 per day. That's all you need to do, and just do it consistent. If you do 2 or 3 per day for 6 days a week, that's 12 to 15 new fresh ads that you're posting every week. Okay, I'd rather have 30 fresh ads a week than 50 stale ones that have been sitting there forever because they're like the homeless guy on the sidewalk. It's just invisible. People just go right by them. All right, so let's scan through some people in my area and see like what ads catch your attention. Okay, I'm going to just slowly scan. I want you guys to start noticing what ads here catch your attention. This thing caught my attention. Buying old porcelain metal signs. I don't know, something about that one caught my attention. Let's take a look. What else? This stupid thing caught my attention. That ugly blue manual. You see, when I say like ugly works, like this is old hairy hand with this old manual. I don't know what it is. It's nasty, but it caught my attention. Wanted Textronic service manuals. These things could be worth a lot of money, right? I don't know what they are, but this caught my attention. It's nice, simple, basic. It seems professional. I like this ad. I think it's a very good ad. Some people, they want their ad to be perfect and pretty. I don't like pretty because it never usually works. I like ugly. Ugly usually is the most effective. Let's see, someone's chat. So this is the repair one. Okay, so a lot of you guys agreed with me on the repair. Let's see what else catches my attention. This is interesting. I pay cash for your smartphone. It's got a $50 bill and some white things. Now, this ad copy is absolutely horrible. I don't know who this is. It looks like someone who watched one of my free YouTube videos. Sorry if you're in my course, but this is terrible ad copy, all right? It looks very amateur because the C is lowercase u. I like the picture, though. The picture is the only thing that saves this ad. The rest of it is no good. These type of ads right here attract criminals. Criminals want to go to the people that have no experience, right? So all the crooks and all the iCloud lock guys call people when your ad looks like crap. And all the flip phone people too, right? Because the professional, the real people that actually are genuine, good, and they want to sell their stuff, they're only going to be attracted by good, solid ads. This one's not bad, but the only problem with this is it looks like every other ad that's out there right now. There's like 5 million of these type of ads. Cash today for phones and tablets, any conditions, text or email for a quote. There's not even a phone number in the ad. I'm not sure if this ad's not bad, but I don't love it. We're going to practice ad copy in a minute, but I just want to get you guys to kind of take a look at some ads to get an idea. You know what? I like this stupid one. I don't know why. This one caught my attention. Hook, line, and sinker fresh fish. If not for the tuna, try us for the halibut. Looking for parts for a 1-ton Dodge truck. Look at that. The stupid picture didn't even have anything to do with the ad is about, but it caught my attention. So that shows you guys, if you have a catchy picture that will stop people in their tracks, it's going to work. Let's see. See, none of this, like, that doesn't catch my attention, a stupid tractor. This does not catch my attention at all. Like, this is no good. This is boring. I don't like it. This is terrible, horrible. I hate these type of ads with, like, it's not real. It doesn't connect with people. Boring, boring. Same old stuff we see a lot. Looks like someone just tried copying my ads. Let me see here. That's not us, is it?
No, because there's no phone number in it.
No, it's not us. Looks like somebody tried ripping my ads off, but they didn't really know how to do it. Yeah. People try to rip my ads off, but they don't even understand how to do it. Three Stooges, the guys with the girls. Let's see. What are you guys talking about? Where's the Three Stooges?
I saw him. It's the pimp guy. There he is.
This guy. Yeah, I agree. That one caught my attention too, but it wasn't a cashier thing, so I ignored it. But let's see. Music manager. What is this about? Looking for someone with radio contacts. Help me start a tour in Boston. I'm a pop singer. There you go. Got your attention, right? It's just different. I like this one, the We Buy Junk Cars for Cash. It's got the smashed in hood. It's different. And it has the rainbow looking junk cars for cash. I like that one. This sucks. Terrible, terrible. This stupid green car got my attention. Buying old cars, train sets, okay? So guys, so far, is anybody seeing anything wrong with your ads? Like, is this helping you guys to realize what you're doing with your ads wrong and what you're doing right? Has anybody made a mistake or seen things like they're like, oh, shoot, Dave said that sucks and I'm doing that? Jamar says, yeah, mine are too typical. Okay. Because guys, I'm just telling you right now, if they look like everybody else's ads, there's a million people doing this, you're just not going to get calls because you're no different than anybody else, right? Let's take a look here. I like the Lionel Trains Wanted. That's a good solid ad. Bright yellow with the trains. This is a good one. I like this one. And this is very thorough. This is a long form ad, but it's very good. Don't be cheated with low offers. He's even got some good copywriting skills here. Like this guy. He must, this Bob guy must be doing all right. I bet if I call him, he answers the phone professionally. He seems like someone who knows what he's doing. You can always tell an amateur by their ads and a professional by their ads. You don't necessarily need pictures. I just haven't seen any good headlines here. Let's take a look. Because see, I'm scrolling by the gallery, but if we scroll by the thumb, or we go by, let's do, oh, list. There we go. Some people just scroll like this. So you want good headlines and you want text-only ads too. Let's take a look at what type of headlines get us now. I buy your tech items for cash. Ooh, I kind of like that one.
That's
See that?
ours.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's ours.
Is it?
Is that ours?
Do not pay retail, get a quote, get cash. No. This is a solid ad, and it's not ours. That pisses me off. Paying cash or crypto for tech in Greater Boston, Rhode Island. So whoever's got this going on is good. I don't like the picture though, because that one's generic. It's been used by everybody. But this guy knows what he's doing. when he's writing an ad. This is good. And I love this title because it's different. I buy your tech items for cash.
Yeah,
And he's got their little emojis. And it's so different than everything else you see. Chris says he's going to put you out of business. No, that would take a lot. Corey says, Dave, what are the best free groups, Craigslist groups to post in? So we can talk about that. But basically, most of them on Craigslist are still free. You've got the wanted section. You've got the local community news. Financial services, you still got to pay for. I'd pay the $5, but if not, you can post in wanted. You can post in electronics. You can post in cell phones, and you can post in any of these community news a few times. Get creative with it. If I went into real detail with that on a video in the course called "The Ultimate Guide to Craigslist Posting," so I highly recommend just watching that because I don't want to waste everybody's time doing the same thing over and over again. Okay, but let's just go back to those Craigslist ads for a second and see another one that was good. Let's see. This is decent. Apple MacBook Pro damaged wanted. I like that one. That one caught my attention. This is decent. It's not amazing, but it's a decent ad. I want to pay you cash for your smartphones. That one stood out.
That's mine.
Is that us?
I think that's mine.
Yep, that's us. Okay. So this is a good catchy headline, which is great. I mean, that's why we're at 16,000 for the month so far. So Chris says, speak to whoever you're advertising to. Financial service is definitely worth the $5. I 100% agree. We pay about $100 a month for Craigslist ads, and I wholeheartedly believe in it. All right. So now see this, I buy Apple Electronics cash paid right away. There's a lot of people that are doing stuff like that. That one catches my attention, but it's starting to become the norm. So be careful with stuff like that. That's ours. Okay. But it is a little bit different than the typical one. Like see this, buying cash for smartphones, any condition, any carrier. Everybody's starting to say the same thing. Looking to pay cash for smartwatches. That's probably ours too, actually. I don't know, smartphone. But a lot of people are copying my title. So try to do something a little different. And I'll show you how to do some different stuff right now. Okay. Let's write some ads together. Amy writes all my ads. She's been trained to do all this stuff. I've had plenty of training with her. And my customer service and business development manager, Austin, I don't know if you guys have met him, but he also does that for me. So let me stop sharing this and let me break down some ad copy for you. All right. So there's 3 parts to an ad. Does anybody know what the 3 parts to an ad are? Now, this is for any ad that you're going to write, but we're going to make this specifically for Craigslist and Facebook group posts because that's where our bread and butter is coming in, right? Okay. So type it in the chat. What do you guys think? Someone says title, body, action, headline, story, call to action, headline. 3 parts to an ad. So we have the headline, the body, and the call to action. Headline, body, call to action. Okay. These are the 3 parts to it. Now I apologize for this little screen here. I don't know how to work this that well, this whiteboard thingy that it's got going on here on Zoom. So just bear with me. But anyways, the headline, body, and call to action. So which one of these 3 you think is the most important that we should learn the most? Anybody? Can anybody guess? The headline, right? Okay. The headline is about 80% of the ads. Now, what is the purpose of an ad, guys? Can anybody tell me the purpose of an ad? Is it to sell the customer? Kevin says, get attention. Wow, first response, got it. Bam, good job, Kevin. Yes, get attention. Timothy says, brand exposure. No. Lisa says, get a lead. Sort of. That's what we want out of the ad, but the purpose of the ad is to get attention. That's what we want, attention. So that doesn't necessarily mean we need to sell our services in the ad. We just want the ad to stop them, like the red guy in the suit, and say, hi, we're here. And then hopefully the body will sell them. And then our call to action gets them to call or text or message us. That's what we want from an ad. So what I see sometimes people doing in ads, they're saying things like, don't buy, stolen phones, no iCloud. Like you're trying to prejudge people before they even call you. That's selling in an ad. You don't want to be doing that. All we want is attention. Okay. So what I'd like everybody to do right now is I want you to write an attention getting headline and type it in the chat. I'm going to pick a couple of those and we're going to dissect them and see how we can make them better or different and more eye-catching with the headline. So everybody take a minute and type in the chat, write a headline for yourself. And if you're watching the replay of this group chat, highly recommend just taking a piece of paper, writing the headline so you can go along with this. Right? Because if you can get the headline, this is 80% of the work in your ads done. Okay, Jamar says, want to make 250. Let me just type these all in. Oops. I want to just copy and paste them right in here into the chat and see if I can do this. Well, let me do it. Damn. Can't do it. Okay, well, I'll just have to pick out a couple. So we have want to make 250, got a Samsung, I've got cash, cash for your phone, cash paid for your iPhone, Supreme cash for smartphones, quick cash for used electronics, need cash, I buy smartphones, today cash, easy for smartphones, cash for your smartphones today. Hey, we pay more for your smartphone. Mom's booting me out soon. Please sell me your phone. Wallace says fast cash for electronics. Eric says giving away money for your used electronics. Fast cash for cracked smartphones. Trade smartphones for cash. All right. So let's break down. Wait, hold up. Wait. I pay cash for smartphones. Let's do that one. Hold up. Wait. I pay cash for smartphones. Okay, so let's look at this headline for a second. You would think at the moment, well, that gets attention, right? Hold up, wait, I pay cash for smartphones. But here's the thing. So we want good attention. We want professional attention. We don't want cheesy or corny attention. What I mean by that is, for example, if this hairy old naked man ran through Times Square, that would probably get some attention. People are like, what the hell's up with this fat, naked, hairy guy that's running through Times Square naked, right? But if he wanted some kind of business out of that, it probably wouldn't be very effective. I don't think anybody would give that fat, naked, hairy guy money, right? It would definitely get attention, but it probably is not going to sell anything, right? Where the guy in the red suit that looks sharp and professional, maybe he has like a brand logo, he's getting attention, but at least he looks sharp, it's like respectful, and maybe he has like a business on his suit or something like that. We'll probably at least get more respect than the naked, fat, hairy guy, right? So what we do, we don't want the wrong type of attention. And I'm sorry for that analogy. It's probably the best thing I could think of. I apologize if that was kind of like vulgar and gross. All right, so let's say we say, hold up, wait, I pay cash for smartphones. So when you see this headline, what do you think? Do you think that's, would you look at that as professional if you were scrolling and you saw that? Would you take, is that a headline you might take that person seriously? Timothy says needy. Yev says not very serious. Chris says heck no, so no. Okay, so how can we change this to make this like still get attention but be more professional? What could we do? I still got to get the hang of this whiteboard thing. It's terrible. I should probably just use Microsoft Word. Here we go. So let's say instead of hold up, wait. I think get rid of the wait. And I don't know, hold up. Like I don't know if the words hold up sound professional. So how can we say that differently? How about maybe I pay cash for smartphones. Let's keep the good. But that's a real bland title. I pay cash for smartphones, right? That's not going to get really a lot of difference. But instead of hold up, wait, how about need cash? I pay cash for smartphones. How would this be a little bit better than hold up, wait, you think? What do you guys think? Now it's still kind of bland, right? Need cash. I pay smartphones. Pay cash for smartphones. It's still not that exciting. So what can we do to spruce this up just a little bit? What if I do this? What if I capitalize need cash? Just doing that. Just see how I capitalize that? Does the ad look a little different now? It says yes. Yes sounds better. Okay. How can we yes. All right. Someone says need cash now. Well, let's add the now and watch what happens. Oh man, this is going to drive me nuts. I think I'm going to use Microsoft Word in a second. Hold on. Let me just open a new Word document because I think we'll be much better off just doing that than trying to use the Zoom thing. Here we go. So let me share my screen now. All right. So we had need cash, I pay cash for smartphones. I'm going to make this bigger so you guys can see it. Okay, need cash, I pay cash for smartphones. So then we capitalize this. What else can we do to this? How can we spruce this up? So we're going to say need cash now. So when I do that, does that make this look better or worse, you think? Need cash now. Liza says better. I'm gonna beg to differ with that because see, the eye can only swallow so much as you're scanning. So when you're scrolling through ads, guys, people are not stopping. They're not actually reading, they're scanning, right? It's like driving down the highway. You don't read the billboards, you just scan. Something's got to catch your attention in order for you to read that. This doesn't catch my attention because it's so long. It's hard to read all of that. So I want to keep it short and sweet. The shorter the headlines, usually the more effective. So I like just this, need cash. Even this seems kind of lengthy. Need cash, I pay cash for smartphones. So I want to see if we can keep it short, but maybe like spruce this up somehow. How about this? Someone suggested. How about put a $, I pay cash for smartphones? Is that different? Is that eye-catching? What do you guys think on that one? Say yes, I get a no, yes. So I'm on the fence. I think this would definitely be worth an experiment. So experiments are always good when you're in advertising because you don't know 100% whether something's going to work until you do it. I think though it looks ugly and it doesn't look super professional, but we might be able to get away with it where they'll still take us seriously and it demands attention because that does get attention there, right? But here's another thing that we can do. Need cash. How about this? I pay cash, star. Does that do anything for us? Stands out a little bit more? Yeah, these little stars, it stops your eyes from scrolling. It's like, oh, wait, what's this? Draws attention to the cash. Right, we're highlighting it, right? Because it's focused on that. It says I like it, okay? But just really quick, guys, is this stuff helping you? Like, is the ad copy stuff, are you guys enjoying this? And is this making your life easier with the Craigslist ads? So that way I know to continue, make sure this is worth it. It says, yes, excellent, yes. All right, a million yeses just came through the chat. All right, I won't read them all out. Let's try one of the other headlines now, because I think we've kind of maxed this out. Let's like do a different idea that we can use. Let's pick one of these other ones. Where'd it go? Where's the chat? Disappeared. Here we go. Let's pick. So I noticed a lot of the titles that you guys typed in all say cash paid for smartphones. So let me throw this at you. What are 3 different ways we can say I pay cash for smartphones? What's another way to buy? What's another way we can say? Buying. So how about buying used or broken smartphones? Or let's just say phones. Let's use that. Buying used or broken phones. What's another way we can say it? Paying. Well, we've already got pay here. We got pay cash for smartphones. So I don't think we can use paying again effectively here because we could just play around with this top one. What's another way, guys? I pay for phones. Well, that's kind of the same thing. We could just, we can take this right here and just go I pay like that. I pay cash for smartphones. That might be kind of catchy. Kind of like that. I'd experiment with that. But still, it's the same thing. So we want a different way of saying how we pay. What's a different way? I donate cash for phones. Well, we don't want to use the word donate. Definitely don't want to use donate because donate means we're just going to give people money for free. We don't want to do that. In search of, okay, ISO. How about this? and ISO phones to buy for resale. ISO phones to buy for resale. We'll break each one of these down. Bet you guys didn't think of a lot of these things. I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff that's coming through. Wanted phones to buy for resale. Let's look up another way. Looking, here we go. Yep. Looking to buy phones used or broken. What's another way? What's another way we can say it? Or how about looking to buy phones for resale? Kind of like that. It's like a story type of post. Looking to buy phones for resale. Need smartphone, will pay cash. Sell me your phone. There we go. So guys, here's 5 ads right here, by the way, that are completely different than you see usually out there on Craigslist. You can literally take these titles and just make a whole bunch of different ones. You can blend it with that, with a different body, with a different call to action. We can do 10 different variations of each one of these headlines. Right? That would create 50 different headlines for you as well. So there's unlimited possibilities with headlines, but a lot of people aren't creative because they're not really thinking outside the box. I want your smartphone. Ooh, I want your smartphone. I don't know if that sounds a little too dramatic, maybe. I don't know if I want your smartphone. I would put, see, we have looking to buy. How about, buying? How about I buy? I buy phones. Now I'm sure a lot of people are using that. One's kind of a bland one. So we'll see how we can spruce that up. All right, let's see what we can do with these. All right. So we have, Timothy says, money is king, secure the bag today. So that has nothing to do with phones whatsoever. And you're probably just going to attract like almost nobody for that because it's not catchy either. So be careful with that. Be careful with catchy phrases or gimmicky slogans. Typically, gimmicks and catchy stuff don't usually work well in advertising, just so you guys know, okay? More to the point, effective, but like interesting usually is better, okay? So during the Super Bowl, actually, I won't even go off on a tangent. Let's just get back into this right here. All right. So we did this first one here. How can we make this one better? Buying used or broken phones. What can we do to that? How can we make this one a little bit better? Want to be rich? Sell your smartphone. No, that's kind of gimmicky. You're not going to get rich. We're talking about giving them $50. I don't want them getting rich. I want them to be broke. I mean, I only want to give them $5 for their phone, $10, $30. I don't want them to be rich after they sell me their phone. Buying used or broken phones. How can we change this around just a little bit? Guys, subtle changes here, okay? Everybody's giving me a whole new title. I don't want a whole new title. I just want a subtle difference. How can we make this one a subtle difference? Chris Kripe says put parentheses around it like this. Buying used or broken phones. I kind of like that. That makes it seem like, oh, why is it in parentheses? It doesn't make any sense, but it still captures your attention, right? So that's a good experiment. Good job, Chris. I like that. Right? What's another thing we can do? Replace used for damaged. But okay, let's try that. Buying damaged. You could just put damaged phones. Buying damaged. How about this one? Let's get rid of the parentheses. So many different ways that you guys can do this. How about buying damaged or non-working phones? Buying damaged phones, ... seriously. How about that one, right? Does that get your attention? Buying damaged phones, ... seriously. Because what do people think when they're selling you a no power cracked phone? A lot of people don't think that you'll buy those. Some people don't even think we'll buy Sprint because they hear about Sprint, Bad ESN, and all this stuff, right? We want to eliminate these preconceived notions in their head. So, and this is different. This is different than what you normally see. Buying damaged phones, ... Seriously. What's another way we can do this? Buying how about this one right here? I buy phones even if it was run over. I buy phones ... parentheses, even if it was run over. Is this still professional? Yes, it is. Does this get rid of the preconceived notions? Absolutely. Who here has made some serious bank on an obliterated phone that looked like it got run over? I know I have. I've bought iPhone 8s for $50 that we sold for like $200, $300 that look like they got run over by a car. We want those. Now, you might be thinking, oh, but I don't want all this garbage stuff. You probably will still just get regular phones that only have small cracks and stuff like that, but people like it because it's getting attention, okay? Brian says, I buy all types of phones, even ugly ones. I like that. I buy all types of phones, ... even ugly ones. Good one. I buy all types of phones. Let's see if we can spruce this up even better. Let's keep this on one line. Even the ugly ones. I buy, how about this? Let's capitalize all. I buy all types of phones, even ugly ones. No, that doesn't look good. So we'll leave that. I like the all. So does this look nice? We're just making these little subtle things, but the subtle differences are the things that make the difference in your advertising. I buy all types of phones, even ugly ones. Okay. Let's pick another one that we can work on. Ben says, I buy phones even if you dropped it in the toilet. Okay, so I kind of like where you're going with that, Ben, but I feel like that's a little too long of a headline, right? We want to try to compress it. We want to keep it on this line. Like if it's not fitting on this line, we don't want to be using the ad. We want to conserve our eye space, right? Because we want the eye to swallow up the whole title as it's scanning. We want it to be catchy, but we don't want it to be too long. Let's see. Money for tech. So if someone says money for tech, let's pick out with this type of ad. Money for tech. How many people like get a clear understanding of what that means if you're not in the phone buying industry? Do you guys think that's a good ad or a bad ad? Kirk says not clear. No idea, broad, I don't, right? So guys, one big thing in advertising, if you confuse people and you're not crystal clear with your message, you usually won't get good results, okay? So make sure whatever ad you're writing, it's gotta be crystal clear, right? So it says money for tech. I don't know if that's crystal clear, but I buy all types of phones, even ugly ones. That's crystal clear. I get it. Oh, all types of phones, even ugly ones? Okay, I'll sell you mine. We want crystal clear headlines. Need cash? I pay cash for smartphones. Crystal clear. Okay. Upgrade, sell me your X smartphone. I think we're getting too complicated with that one. So if we put upgrade, sell me your smartphone. I want to convey the fact that I'm buying their phone for cash. The upgrade is going to be kind of assumed because then I'm only limiting myself to people who just upgraded. Now, when it says upgrade, you got to remember these people aren't thinking phones, so they don't know what upgrade means. You know what it means because you're buying the phones, but they don't. So when you say upgrade, you're speaking French to someone who only speaks English. Does that make sense? So be careful, guys, speaking the wrong language in advertising. So these ads are not really effective. I don't really like these, but I like, notice the difference. If you look at this one, I buy all types of phones, even ugly ones, versus this. Which one is even more pleasing to the eye? Do you guys like the I buy all types of phones, even ugly ones, or the upgrade some of your smartphone? Which one would you guys pick if you were scrolling through Craigslist? Kevin says the first one, absolutely, right? Smartphones, I buy them. Ugly. Yeah, I buy. All right. Let's look at this one. How can we make this wanted? Phones to buy for resale. That's pretty clear, right? Now, I don't love it, but I think we can make an ad out of that. Let's do this. I like this. I like capitalizing just certain power words, right? So wanted is the power word here. Wanted. Phones to buy for resale. And then maybe we'll just do something like this. We'll follow it up with some dollar signs. Phones to buy for resale. Did that instantly spruce that up a little bit? You guys see a difference? Watch this. Watch when I get rid of the dollar signs and I put this back. Look at how different that looks. Stare at that for a second right here, this one. And now watch this. Just by capitalizing this, wanted, and then just by adding a space and $3 signs, look at what it does to the ad. Do you guys notice a difference? Give me a yes in the chat if that seems to pop a little bit more all of a sudden now, but just making those little tiny subtle changes. Everybody's saying yes, yes, we got like 20 yeses. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so guys, remember the subtleties are what's going to make you rich. The subtleties are going to make you rich, guys. I mean, like, look at just looking to buy phones for resale. It's so bland, but just these little tiny things, having your letters capitalized and those little 3 things make the ad pop. And it might get you 10 calls that day where this one gets you none. And that makes you $300 profit, $200 profit, just because your ad pops a little bit more, okay? Who here, give me a yes if you've seen something today that you can implement and go make money this week. Let me know if you can actually, you're saying like, yes, Dave, I'm gonna go try this. Kevin says yes, Bob says yes, Richie says yes, Liza says yes, Eric says yes, 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 yes. This is stuff I've never really actually shown you guys in the course before, but I really wanted to drop some serious value today and teach you some really advanced stuff on writing ads. Okay, so now let's get to the bodies. Do you guys want me to keep going with the headlines? I mean, we can, or I can go to the bodies now. Okay, so we got a ton of headlines here, right? It's good stuff. Now, you guys may want to watch this group chat, by the way. Watch the replay a few times. I mean, this is very complex stuff. It is advanced. It's something you're probably not going to absorb just the first time around watching it. So let's do now bodies of ads. All right, so the body is where we sell them on performing the call to action. So the headline stops. All the headline does is say, hey, look at me. Gets them to click the ad. That's all we want. We just want them to click the ad, but we want it to be professional too. You can't, again, you don't want to be the fat naked guy running through Times Square. It's going to get attention with the wrong attention. We want to attract the right attention, and then we want our body to be congruent with the headline in an effective manner, okay? So let's write some different bodies here. So first thing in a body, right, we're going to write what we want. What do we want from this ad if we're buying phones? What's some different? So there's 3 sections of the body now. We have what we want, what we're about, and what we want you to do. So let me type that. So in the body, 3 parts of an ad body is what we want, what we are about, what we want you to do. Okay? So what do we want? Why are we putting the ad up? Let's see, business phones, generate leads. Well, no. So when I say what we want, I'm being very clear and like literal right now. Like literally, what do we want? Why are we posting the ads? I know we want to make money, we want leads, but what do we want from the customer? Type in the chat. We want smartphones, we want MacBooks, smartwatches, some kind of stuff. We want something to resell, right? We want something to resell. So here's some ways we can start off the body. Let's say, so for what we want, here's how we start. I am buying all phones, any conditions, cracked or used, all carriers. This is just a simple what we want, right? I am buying all phones, any conditions, cracked or used, all carriers. What's the what we are about? What are we about? Anybody guess that? What we're about means what we do. What's our whole, why am I posting this ad? Who am I? Who's this guy that says I'll pay cash for smartphones? Why does this guy want my smartphone, right? So, yep, you guys are on the right. I see fast service, friendly service, right? So what we're about is I can travel to you and pay cash on the spot. I offer friendly services and fair prices. All right. Now, this is the same generic crap you guys are seeing all over Craigslist already. So this is the bland basic version. And then I'm going to show you guys how we spruce this up to be a little different. Okay. So this, remember here, this is what we want is the phones, like a description of what we're looking for. Then what we're about. I can travel to you, pay cash on the spot. And then the third one, what we want you to do. What do we want them to do? Call me for a quote, right? So call for free quote, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Very basic ad. Now you combine that with the headline. So this could be need cash. I pay cash for smartphones. I am buying all phones, electronics, cracked to use all carriers. I travel to you, pay cash on the spot, offer friendly service and prices, call for free quote. Boom, there's your number, right? There's an ad right there. So you now have all those headlines you can now combine. And now let's change this body around. Let's try to do different bodies. So, right? So how do we say what we want a little bit differently? How could we say something different other than I'm buying all phones, any conditions, cracked to use, all carriers? How can we say that a little differently? Let's see if anybody can type it in and get that. Let's say someone says, looking to buy, I'll pay you. I want you to think outside just changing a couple words around. I mean, give me a whole little like mini paragraph or a sentence in the chat on how you would write this what we want part of the body. Michelle says cash for X. Zach says any phone, any condition, I'll buy from you. Fast cash today. No, because so fast cash today is what we're about, guys, right? If we say fast cash today, that's not what we want. That's what we're about. We remember we're on the what do we want? We want phones. So how can we say that a little differently here? How about your unwanted phones laying around? Ooh, Lee, good job. Lee was the only person that was original and changed the wording completely. So he said, I will buy your unwanted phones lying around. I like it. Good job, Lee. Your unwanted phones laying around. Who has said that in an ad here? Type yes if you've said this. Type no if you haven't. I'm going to guess most of you guys haven't said that because that's different than the normal stuff that I see. Everybody's saying no, no, no. Only one person says me. Most people say no. You see, this is how you don't get your ads flagged on Craigslist, because Craigslist is flagging ads all the time, guys, because everybody's posting the same damn ads. Like hundreds of people are posting the same ads over and over again. So if you're going to be like everybody else, they're going to flag you. But when you're a little bit different, you're not going to get flagged. So you find something else to say, a different way to say it. Okay. Kevin says, no, if I did, it would have been Aaron Goldstein. That's right. Aaron does $50,000 a month because he's really good with ad copy. All right, so let's do another one. How can we say what we want? I want you guys to get really creative here and start thinking a little differently instead of just copying the same old stuff all the time. How can we say what we want a little bit differently? Get creative. Now wait a couple seconds. Let's see what everybody says. Let's get ugly with it. Let's do this. I am a phone reseller looking to buy all kinds of phones and electronics for resale. I am not looking to pay retail, or actually that's the about, so we'll do that differently. But here's what we want. I am a phone reseller looking to buy all kinds of phones, electronics for resale. Is that different? Has anybody ever done something like that? This is it's the same thing, It's just a different way of saying it. See how we can combine all these different parts, and it gives us endless combinations with ads. Let's see, what's another way we can say what we want? I flip used phones, smartphones, and looking to buy some for resale. How about that? I flip used smartphones, looking to buy some for resale. Nobody is using that, but it's different than what's out there, okay? Now, how about this? We get really ugly with it. I flip used smartphones, looking to buy some for resale. Now, let's get rid of the same old generic crap that we see everybody else posting, and let's do something different. How can we say what we're about differently? How about this? I don't pay retail prices. Sometimes saying something negative is actually more effective in advertising. I don't pay retail prices, but I will give fast cash and am willing to travel. Whole different ad. I flip used smartphones, looking to buy some for resale. I don't pay retail prices, I give fast cash and willing to travel. This is okay. A lot of people will be okay with that. And then how we change the what we want you to do. Call for free quote. Same stuff we see all the time. Call for free quote, right? How about give me a call and I am happy to tell you how much I can pay. I answer my phone regularly. This is a good one. Don't hesitate to give me a call. You guys start putting ads like this, and I promise your phone is going to start ringing, because it's so different than everybody else. And different is what sells in marketing and advertising. So let me just see what you guys say over here. Message me for the amazing details. Don't be over dramatic. Don't use words like amazing. This is just different. It's just different. Someone says, don't be shy, call me. So yes, I like that. Even saying don't be shy is still kind of pushing the borderline a little bit, because you're kind of calling them out a little bit. Don't be shy, but say like, feel free to give me a call. That kind of means don't be shy in a positive way, right? They don't hesitate to give me a call. That's a little bit nicer way of saying it. Act now is a little bit, act now is aggressive. It sounds very salesy, right? So act now kind of rubs people the wrong way. I feel like, hey, act now, buy it. Everybody's like, ooh, they put their guard up, right? But if you're like, hey, look, don't hesitate to give me a call. I'm right here. Or feel free to call anytime. Is that kind of a welcoming one? It's said a little differently. Feel free to call me anytime. I work 7 days a week. That's a good one right there. If you're going to work 7 days a week, I would say it, because that's a positive selling feature. I answer my phone regularly. Feel free to call me anytime. I work 7 days a week. Who are they going to want to call? The average Joe Schmo or the guy that's looking to hustle, right? They're going to want to deal with the guy who's working 7 days a week. Well, this guy's a professional, right? Kevin says, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I like that. I like that one. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. That's a good one. Chris Kripe says, please don't call me before 2 p.m. I really would not say that in an ad, Chris. Chris usually sleeps until 2 p.m. But that's probably not effective advertising. Just say, you can always just say, feel free to call me anytime. I work 7 days a week. You don't say what hours you work. So just to have a good messaging system so you can capture all those calls you missed while you're sleeping there, Chris. Right? All right. Everybody's having a laugh here. Okay, guys, how would you rate this information on a scale of 1 to 10 that I've given you today for writing ads? How helpful do you feel it's been? I see Wallace says 12, Daniel says 11, Joe says 10, Yev says 10, Liza says 10, Margie says 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 10, 10. Chris Kripe says a 1. What? Oh, no, I know he's got a 10. Just because you can't sleep until 2 p.m., Chris. Come on, I'm only kidding. 10, 10, 10. Okay. Diane says between 9 or 10. All right. Oh, Chris says sorry, it was an accident. It was his phone. All right. Awesome, guys. So I just wanted to give you guys some good, fresh content today. I think I'll wrap it up there. Maybe we can do a little bit more on the bodies and stuff later on. I've got some good stuff as far as negotiation for you too. Maybe next week we can do some advanced negotiation tips and help break it down for you. But I hope you guys find this helpful. I want you to go apply it though, okay? So who can promise me that you're going to go out and write 10 new ads this week in Craigslist or Facebook groups and try out all this exciting new information I just gave you? Well, who's making swirlies on the screen? Please erase that. I'm getting a lot of F yeah, 20 new ads. Yes, yes. All right, good. I love to see it, guys. That's fantastic. Okay. I'm good because, guys, even if you don't have a lot of cash right now, you want deal flow because you want options to choose what phones you can buy, right? Because even if you don't have a lot of cash, if you get a lot of options, you can grow your cash very quickly. But if you don't have any options, it's going to be really tough. All right. So now we just talked about we talked a little bit about pictures, and then we talked a lot about the actual ad copy. So I think you guys got it. I don't know if the picture stuff, if we can work on that a little bit more. But anyways, does anybody have any last questions? I'll just 5 minutes. Is there anybody here that like is still really stuck and needs a little bit of help on something really quick, or just wants, like, maybe a new person wants to ask a question or something like that? Anybody here? Michael says, did your ad need to have pictures to be good? No, it doesn't have to be. You can use headlines for the people that scroll by list, or a picture for the people scroll gallery. So you do a variety of them. You mix them up because they're both very effective. Someone says, can't wait to watch the replay. Awesome. Awesome. Richard says, do I post 2 on every account or in total? No, don't post 2 to 3 ads per day per account. Just 2 to 3 ads per day across all your accounts. Michelle said, good chat. Awesome. Kevin says, what's the best way to grow your brand? We don't really have a brand. You're building relationships, guys. There's not really a brand with phone flipping. What you want to do is you want to have business cards. Make sure you have business cards, and you build relationships with the customers, because, guys, all this ad stuff is great. But if you don't build lasting relationships with the customer, you're always going to be on the hamster wheel. You're always going to be fighting for new deals all the time. The cold leads are the hard deals. The easy deals are the ones where you build a relationship with the customer and you upsell them. Okay? Who is actively upselling every call that they get? Like, they're asking them if they buy MacBooks, telling them to buy MacBooks, laptops, game consoles, and doing all that. Chris says, honestly, no. We just hit 30,000 for the month. He was at one of my boot camps. He saw me upsell someone from 1 phone into 3 items and make a $700 profit. If you're not consistent with your upselling, you're literally burning money. What I'd like you to do is I'd like to take you to take a $20 bill out of your pocket, and I just like you to light it on fire for me, right? And then I want you to take another $20 bill, light that one on fire, and then take another $20 bill and light that one on fire. Just picture that for a second. Is anybody cringing? Because that's what you're doing every phone call that you don't upsell. You're burning $60 every time, right? It's a lot more painful when you think about losing that money and lighting it on fire, right? But if you're like, oh, well, I never had that money anyways, you don't care. But literally, you're burning your money. Qui is capturing 30,000 a month because every single phone call he's upselling. Now, what if I did to you, right? What if you were doing 30,000 a month like Qui right now, and you just got lazy and said, oh, I'm going to stop upselling, and I took that all away and I gave you your current sales, which is, let's say, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a month. How would that feel? I bet we would never stop upselling anybody. So every phone call, you should always be asking, hey, do you have anything else for sale? I also buy MacBooks, I buy laptops, I buy game consoles, iPods. What else do you have? It only takes 30 seconds to a minute to say it, but it will make you a whole lot more money at the end of the month. There was a kid named Eric Jacob I did an interview with, and he barely put any effort into ads. I mean, he was only doing 10 Facebook groups a day, and he hit 10,000 a month, literally. But the reason why is because he only got about 4,000 to 5,000 in sales from the Facebook groups, but he literally doubled his sales just by upselling. Literally doubled just from upselling. Not even building relationships with customers, just upselling people. And all he was doing was posting in 10 Facebook groups per day. He wasn't even doing a quarter of the things he was supposed to get leads, and still hit 10,000 a month because of the upsell. That's how important they were. Okay, so I hope everybody else can start doing that. Matt says, Dave, can we post more if we're posting from different computers to vary the IP address? That's getting a little crazy. I'm not I'm not going to go into like super advanced technical stuff. You can experiment and see how it works for you. We don't use different IPs or anything. We stand that, you know, we play everything pretty safe, right? I never try to kill the golden goose. One thing I'm big into is not killing the golden goose. So killing the golden goose means like, you know, people get greedy. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to try to push this part really hard. And then they break it. They break the rules like Marketplace. They post 3 times a day on Marketplace. They get blocked on Marketplace. Then they get upset. They get blocked on Marketplace. Well, you killed the golden goose. Be careful, because once you kill the goose, sometimes you can't get them back. Don't kill the goose. Make sure you feed the goose, you take good care of it, and you just take what you can out of it, and then maybe just look for alternative methods to get your money. But don't kill the goose. Jamar says, how do you make sure you don't make duplicate posts in a single group? You can actually check your activity log on Facebook, and it'll tell you where you posted for the day. You got to kind of just have a little common sense and just know, like, okay, I didn't post 5 or 6 of these groups. I'll post in these today. You know, Bob says, you kill the goose, you eat spam. That's true. Yep. Okay, guys. I think I'll wrap it up. I want to say thank you, by the way, to everybody who joined the 10 Rules program today. It was the first launch of it. So thank you so much to everybody who's joined. I look forward to helping you guys grow as business people. That's a whole new program that I launched to help business people get to the next level, to get to 6 figures. It's not anything to do with phone flipping. It's all decision-making skills, business, and mindset, how I grew a $1 million business. Can't wait to start doing group chats with you guys on that. That's exciting. Super fresh new content that's going to be coming out. So for all you guys that joined, I look forward to seeing you in that one. And that's it, guys. So you guys all have a great night. Hope you guys use that ad copy, and I'll see you next week. Have a great night.
Bye.